Let's talk about your hobbies for a moment. Whatever it is you do for recreation, this is what I used to do for recreation. When you do it really well, what's it like? How do you describe it to other people when you when you go dancing, when you play golf, when you cook, whatever it is you're into, when you do it really well, what's it like? Say it louder. It's gratifying, but what makes it different from other times? The experience itself. What's different?
You're in the zone.
You're in the zone. And what does that mean, to be in the zone? What's different about the zone? It's effortless, isn't it? And you don't really have to think much about what you're doing when you're in the zone. Would that be fair? Okay. And by the way, if you interview people like I have, it wouldn't matter from what walk of life, and it wouldn't matter whether they're an elite level performer or an absolute beginner. Ask them what it's like when they do well. They'll use the same language. They'll say, I don't have to think a lot about what I'm doing, and I don't have to use a lot of effort. So let's go to the other end of the scale now. When you do your favorite thing poorly, what do you typically do after you've cursed? Here's my guess. What you do next is you try and analyze what's going wrong, don't you? And then based on that analysis, you'll try hard to fix whatever it is that's going wrong. And what will that usually do to your performance? It'll make it worse. That's what I just heard. It makes it worse. And then, of course, the worse you get, the harder you try, don't you? And the harder you try, the worse you get. You get into this downward spiral. So here's what you've just said to me. You've said, Alan, I know that when I do things well, I don't think a lot about what I'm doing, and I don't have to use a lot of effort. And Alan, the way I try to fix playing badly is by doing the opposite of what I know I do when I play well. I mean, seriously, folks, it's starting to sound like there's a problem here, isn't it? In that you have this knowledge that you don't use. So in the end, I concluded the biggest obstacle to performance isn't knowing what to do. It's actually doing what we know. It's getting to action on things that we already know about.